How's it going, guys? Today we're checking out the Nitze camera cage for the Canon C70. Now, ever since I purchased my C70, I knew I wanted to get some kind of camera cage to protect this investment, you know. Making sure you have a solid grip on your camera is critical when doing any filmmaking, and along with that, you have all of these threads to attach accessories, and you can just do a whole ton of things. Now, I've been watching as camera cages have been coming out because this is still a pretty new camera. It's less than a year old, and I haven't really found one that I thought was that great, and especially for the price, they were getting pretty expensive, which it's reasonable that camera cages are pretty expensive for basically a hunk of metal, but they're very precisely fitted to the specific camera and give you so much functionality that it kind of justifies the price. But there's some really expensive ones. When Nitze reached out to me offering for me to review their camera cage, I immediately jumped on it, and when I saw the price for this guy, it's coming in 150 bucks for the camera cage. I would say that's definitely a selling point, but do they skimp on any of the features? Check this out. So the mounting on the bottom, which is kind of the most important part of this, it takes 2 of the 1/4-inch threaded screws, which are already installed. They're already perfectly fit to the C70. And on top of that, it has a magnetic little thumb flathead screwdriver to screw in these bolts, so you don't even need to bring your own screwdriver. It's always going to be with the camera, and it's a pretty strong magnet. Like, it's not going to fall off. That is a very convenient feature, I must say. I've never seen that before. This guy slides on like a glove, down to the millimeters. This is perfectly fit for the C70. A really cool feature, which I didn't quite understand when I first saw it, but I really like, is it has a little lip piece to go on the 0.71 times focal reducer. So if you purchase that, which I know a lot of people have because it takes it from the RF to an EF mount, so I'm able to use all my older lenses, and also makes it full frame. So if you are using the focal reducer, it has, once again, a perfectly designed piece that attaches to the camera cage, and so it rests ever so gently on that piece. So the lens has more support, the whole system has more support. I was like, wow, this is brilliant. If you're not using the focal reducer, or you just have some other kind of system, you can take the bolts out of that little lip piece, so it is just a straight circular cage. In addition to the cage that I got here is the Nitze top handle, which this has a pretty cool feature, which I think is more standard on camera cages like this, but has a locking and unlocking feature where you can adjust the position of the handle, and it has little push tabs to make sure that the handle doesn't accidentally slide off, because that would not be good and drop your camera. It has redundancy to make sure that the handle doesn't come off when you don't want it to, but it is easy to pack away, and then this is very compact. The top handle has a little lever to lock it in place when you're using it, and I have to say the grip feels pretty good in the hand. It's nice, smooth, good finger holes. Definitely going to be comfortable for holding it for a long period of time. So in this setup right here, I attached my own follow focus. So if you already own some support pieces but want to make sure that all of it works great with your C70, this is going to work for that. Now, the model number for this full cage is the TC02A, but in addition to that, I got the TC01, which this piece is a more minimal option if you don't want the full cage. This actually attaches to the top of the camera, and it uses 2 mounting points. One right in the cold shoe mount. You know, there is that 3/4-inch thread, which is used for the proprietary Canon handle grip, which, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a big fan of their plastic handle that comes with it, especially with trying to mount the mic. It was just, I didn't really like that much. So this top piece mounts in that spot, and then also the little nub where you put a tape measure if you want to measure the distance to your sensor plane. There's that little top piece, if you didn't know what that is. That's what it's supposed to be used for. You can unscrew that and then screw right into there. Then you have a very secure mounting cheese plate to put whatever you want. It also has the 15mm rods, holes, so you can do the follow focus on top. This would be great if you had a wireless follow focus system. You could just mount whatever system you have right on top Very minimal setup. Once again, very nice addition right here. Now I was really curious with the two pieces that Nitze sells, are you able to use both of them at the same time? And not really, it's not designed for that. You can either use the camera cage or this, so I recommend if you're looking at getting one, I would probably say you only need one. You really don't need both of these. And most likely I'm gonna keep the full camera cage on here, but maybe there'll be a situation where this would make more sense for mounting. All of these pieces are solid cast metal, like they're very impressive. They spent a long time designing these camera accessories, which they also have accessories for multiple cameras. Mostly they're focusing on the higher end cameras, but they have some really impressive camera cages. If you're looking to get a camera cage to protect and also expand the opportunities of your mounting to your camera, I would certainly recommend you check out the company Nitze. I will leave a link down below to where you can find this camera cage. Let me know what you guys think, or if you've purchased any other C70 camera cages and what you think of those. I'm pretty happy with this one that I have right here. That's it for now. If you'd like to learn more about filmmaking and cameras and all this fun stuff, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to keep it pro. Just looks sexy too, doesn't it? Makes you look so professional. Oh yeah.